The story surrounding Gervonta "Tank" Davis has always been one of raw power, precision, and quiet intensity. But this time, the boxing world stands on edge as Davis prepares for what many are calling one of the most shocking and unpredictable matchups in recent memory: a clash against Jake Paul. In newly surfaced footage from his training camp, Davis can be seen sparring a much larger heavyweight, a man towering over him, broad and imposing, and in one clean, ruthless motion, Tank lands a left hand so devastating that it sends his opponent sprawling onto the ropes, his body suspended for a moment like a rag doll before collapsing to the canvas. The room went silent. Those watching couldn't believe it. This wasn't just a show of strength. It was a display of frightening precision. Even against men nearly twice his size, Tank's timing and explosiveness remained unmatched. Showbiz. The Adult, one of boxing's most respected analysts, immediately weighed in. He dismissed the idea that Tank would be too small for Jake Paul, confidently predicting Davis would weigh in around 154 pounds, perhaps even touching 160, for the fight. He pointed out that Tank has walked around at that weight before, meaning it wouldn't be foreign territory. If he puts the right weight on, Showbiz said, and keeps the muscle lean, he'll look fantastic. He even compared the move to other elite fighters like Terrence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson, who have also been experimenting with higher weight classes to maintain their health and performance. The key, he argued, was for fighters to compete closer to their natural body weight, and for Davis, that could bring out the best version of himself yet. Still, this matchup with Jake Paul isn't without skepticism. Paul's size advantage is undeniable. He's a natural cruiserweight who has fought near the 200-pound mark for most of his career, even tipping the scales at 227 pounds when he shared the ring with Mike Tyson. Tank, on the other hand, has dominated divisions far below that limit, excelling at 130 and 135 pounds. Yet, if history has taught fans anything, it's that Davis thrives when he's doubted. He's built a legacy out of defying the odds, walking into fights undersized and walking out victorious. His power translates beyond numbers on a scale. It's about precision, rhythm, and the ability to hit opponents where it hurts most, exactly when they least expect it. Inside the gym, footage reveals a man possessed by purpose. Tank looks sharper, faster, and more calculated than ever before. Every strike he throws is a study in balance and coordination, a perfect blend of speed and authority. Observers note the rhythm of his punches, the tension in his shoulders, and the quiet control in his breathing. This isn't reckless aggression. This is mastery. He's not just throwing punches. He's composing a symphony of violence, each note calibrated for maximum impact. And even though the fight against Jake Paul carries an aura of spectacle, there's a sense that Davis views it as something much deeper, a mission to remind the world what real boxing looks like. Behind the headlines, controversy brews. Lamont Roach, one of Davis's previous rivals, has publicly voiced his frustration, accusing Tank of avoiding a rematch and prioritizing money over legacy. His tone, however, carries more envy than anger. Analysts suggest that Roach's irritation has little to do with unresolved tension and everything to do with Tank's star power. After all, Davis is reportedly earning upwards of $40 million for this fight, a payday few in the sport could dream of. "Wouldn't you take it?" one commentator asked. $40 million to fight a YouTuber? Everyone criticizing him would sign that contract in a heartbeat. Even fellow boxers have stepped in to defend Tank's decision. Stephen Fulton, a respected name in the sport, reminded fans that fighters risk their lives every time they step into the ring. He argued that after years of sacrifice and countless wars, Davis deserves to secure his future. "He's earned this," Fulton said. "If anyone's entitled to cash in while still proving their greatness, it's Tank." For Fulton and many others, the criticism aimed at Davis comes from misunderstanding. People forget that boxing isn't just about legacy. It's also about survival, both inside and outside the ring, but not everyone is convinced. Luke Thomas, a veteran combat sports analyst, noticed something strange about Davis in recent interviews. A quiet detachment, almost as if he wasn't emotionally invested in this fight. "He looked calm, too calm," Thomas said. "It didn't feel like the same fire we usually see from Tank." To Thomas, it seemed Davis saw this bout not as a challenge, but as a business move, a paycheck rather than a proving ground. Yet even he admitted that an unmotivated Tank is still a terrifying opponent. His instincts, honed from years of elite-level training, are second nature. even half interested, Gervonta Davis is a problem for anyone alive. As for Jake Paul, the self-proclaimed problem child, he's stepping into the ring with more at stake than ever before. He's not just fighting a boxer, he's fighting legitimacy itself. For years, fans have debated whether Jake's boxing career is genuine or just another piece of his online entertainment empire. He's built a reputation on spectacle, viral knockouts, flashy promotions, and celebrity theatrics. But against Tank Davis, there's no room for illusions. This isn't a retired MMA fighter or a novelty opponent. This is a man who has built his entire identity on destroying anyone who doubts him. Charleston White, never one to sugarcoat his words, put it bluntly. Jake's about entertainment. Tank's about legacy. When they meet, you'll see the difference between a real fighter and an influencer. His words echoed across social media, sparking debates among fans who wondered whether Paul could survive against someone as explosive and experienced as Davis. Fame can't replace experience, White said. When Tank hits him, all that internet stuff disappears. Even with the speculation about scripting or exhibition rules, the energy around this fight feels raw. Everyone knows that Davis doesn't pull punches, not in the ring, not in training, and definitely not when pride is on the line. For him, this is more than a paycheck. It's a statement to every critic who's ever said boxing is dying, every promoter who's prioritized spectacle over skill, and every YouTuber who's tried to turn the sport into a show. Tank represents the old guard, men who earned their names through sweat, blood, and relentless discipline. The night of the fight will be more than an event. It will be a collision of two worlds, the polished chaos of internet fame against the raw essence of combat sports. Jake Paul brings the cameras, the hype, and the massive following. Gervonta Davis brings the silence before the storm, the focused stare, the perfectly timed left hook, and the ability to end any man's night with a single mistake. As the countdown to fight night continues, one thing becomes clear. Whatever happens in that ring, this matchup has already achieved something rare. It's made everyone care about boxing again. Love it or hate it, the spectacle has people talking, arguing, anticipating. And at the center of it all stands Gervonta Tank Davis, calm, unreadable, and deadly as ever. So now the question falls to you. Do you believe Jake Paul's power and size can overcome Tank's timing? Or will Davis once again prove that skill beats hype every single time? Drop your thoughts below. Who are you betting on when the lights go down in Miami? Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more fight breakdowns, and ring the bell so you never miss a story that shakes the world of boxing.